Everywhere we go, we see these signs. You belong here, they say. But do we really? Neurodivergent, disabled, and queer people like me often walk through the world feeling like aliens on our own planet, like this world was not made for us, that everyone else was given a set of rules and we don't understand them, or a set of expectations we cannot live up to, standards that feel misaligned with our innateness. And yet, everywhere we look, we see these signs and hear these messages of belonging. You belong here, we're told, in our homes, in our schools, in our workspaces. Do all of my parts and identities belong, I often wonder? Or only the parts you agree with, or find pleasant, or the parts that you deem acceptable or valuable? I can bring my autism to work as long as I'm highly productive, but can I bring my depression or traumatic brain injury? Can my kid show up to school with ADHD and dyslexia and belong? Possibly. But what if he shows up with epilepsy or schizophrenia or Tourette's? Would he still be accepted? Would everyone still show him kindness and compassion? Would he still feel like he belongs? I don't know. My friend has a hearing disability, went to a family wedding the other day. They were told that the ceremony would be accessible and interpreters would be present, and they would definitely feel like they belong. They're family after all. But when they arrived to the venue, they noticed there were no gender-neutral bathrooms. The message they received: you belong to our family as a disabled person, but not as a non-binary person. So if we don't actually belong all the time in our homes, our schools and workspaces, the places that supposedly care for us and love us the most, how are we supposed to feel like we belong in this world? We need to talk about belonging differently. We need language for the kind of belonging that happens internally, the kind of belonging I can feel when I walk in a room, knowing I will be judged, knowing my identities will be criticized or even rejected, knowing that even if nobody in the room accepts all my parts and identities, I accept all of my parts and identities. I can belong anywhere if I do not betray myself, if I stay true to myself. The word belonging, as we use it now, is an external endeavor. We are taught to strive to belong to a family, to a school, to a community. It requires others to accept us. But that is not a reality. Others often do not and will not. What I'm envisioning is a deeper sense of belonging. Let's call it neurobelonging, where we belong to ourselves even when the world betrays us.